Okay, my 1978 KZ1000 project bike is underway, and I haven't posted anything in a while because I hadn't really made any progress. But over the last couple of weekends, I started to actually get some stuff done. Uh, I had things off at the powder coater, and he was delaying my progress because he couldn't get to the parts that I needed him to do, so nothing was getting done. And my front end was the first thing I was starting on, but he got them done and they looked pretty good. And while I had all that stuff off, I was painting the front end of this frame, and it's coming out okay. I still need to get that engine out of there to really do a good job on painting it. And my headlight brackets, I don't think I'm keeping these. I cleaned them up and they look okay here, but if you shine a light on them, you can see all the rust and stuff, and it doesn't really look all that good. So in the dim light in my garage, it looks fine, but in the sunlight, it doesn't look that great. This rim that's on here was the original rim that came on the bike, and I didn't know if I'd be able to clean that up or not, but it cleaned up pretty good. And that brake rotor's the same one that was on there. I cleaned that up, and that came out pretty awesome. I was thinking about sending it off and getting it drilled. It costs about $55 to do that. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I may. But really, I'm just trying to get the front end completed, and I have all the parts. I think I can start putting this together. I've got a new headlight bracket, which is just a black powder coated piece, so these will come off. I'll put that on, and that mounts right under here, and it'll have these clamps for the headlight, and I think it'll look better. So that's my rear rim that got laced up, and I had to get a hub from the local KZ guy, and fortunately for me, I do have a local KZ guy. But I cleaned that up and came out good. So this was the hub off of this one, and that's the first thing I put into my Vapor Blast cabinet, and not bad. Oh, and yeah, I did rebuild the forks, and I got them polished up. They look good too. So things are happening. That's the rim right there that's going away. It's being replaced with that one. Now, as far as my Vapor Blast cabinet and the parts that I had taken off, the head, the valve cover, the cylinders, this is my head, and man, it came out pretty awesome. So I just got done lapping the valves, and they looked, once I cleaned them up, these valves looked brand new. And actually, when I took looking at this engine originally, I was concerned that it was going to be bad on the inside, because everything looked a lot like that. However, when I took the valve cover off, it was really clean. The cam caps were clean, just everything in there was clean. I pulled the head off and got to the pistons, and those pistons are, man, they look kind of new, and I don't think, it doesn't seem like they got all that many miles on them, just based on the amount of carbon buildup on those piston domes. Come to find out that, well, this is a KZ1000. I measured those pistons, and they're 72 millimeters, which means that's a 1075 piston kit in there. And yeah, it should run good. So here's all my other components, my cylinders. Those also got the Vapor Blast treatment. Came out good. It's a little wet. I sprayed it with some CRC 336 corrosion inhibitor. And this valve cover, I will put a picture in here of what it looked like before I started, but man, it looked like it had been underwater for years, and this is how it came out. I mean, it could be better, but honestly, it looks pretty darn good. I blasted it for a while, and I got it looking pretty decent. I don't think I'm going to polish it or anything because it's going to be buried under the tank, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and let that be. I might send some parts out for chroming. I might send that Kirker oil cooler frame out for chrome. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. But that's where I'm at. Everything's underway. And I'm hoping to make some more progress here this weekend. So, all right, that's what's happening.